Kingcayne.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? So it occurs to me that this game has a lot of audio that is copyrighted, so it's not going to record a lot. So majority of it might be just me silent. Just me talking in silence, but let's go ahead and get started. I haven't played this game in a while. I was playing with Kelly last, so I'm not 100% sure what's the last thing I did, and we got kind of bored of it. We played it before, and where it's like exciting, it's a lot of things that's missing as well. So it's just my critique. But anyway, today's lesson is about staying persistent. Staying persistent. So, I mean, persistency is key, right? I mean, I don't know what I might title this message. It could literally be either of those three things, but persistency is key. What that means is let's consider me playing this game as a light joke, a jokingly example, or humorous example. This game is where it's fun. It is, like I said, not as entertaining as we thought it would be, but if you really enjoy something or don't enjoy something and it's difficult to get through, then that's an example of staying persistent. Now, let's talk about something a little bit more real. All right. Let's say you're in a situation where it is almost, all the signs are almost against you. Let's say being a kind-hearted person. Okay. I mean, I think we all kind of experience that at one point or another, where being the bigger man or bigger woman is hard to do. Staying persistent at your beliefs is very difficult to do in a world that has so many different opinions and so many different belief systems that what is that? So I haven't played in a while, but I guarantee you this wasn't here in the original time I played this. But it's all good. We about to stay persistent. So if it is difficult for let's say it is difficult for you to be yourself, or difficult for you to stay true to who you are, then it's awesome to continue to do that regardless of what people think. But it's no incentive for you to do that. It's almost easier in this world to give up your beliefs, or if you're a chivalrous person, to give up your concept of chivalry and just do what everyone else is doing. Not saying that that's right, but it's easier to do that. And if you're doing something because it's easier, then you're not being persistent, because persistency is doing something or staying consistent when it's hard, in simplistic terms. All right, let's say you're trying to get a job. My lady gave this example. You're trying to get a job. You've been applying to the same company over and over and over. Rejection after rejection after rejection. Now you are continuing to do that, even though it's hard to get those rejections, even though it's difficult to constantly be told no. As you continue to do that and push yourself, you are being persistent. Now, persistency isn't always great, right? So sometimes when you get told no, it's no for a reason, and you should just let it go. But when it's something difficult, like chasing your dreams or trying to be true to yourself, persistency is key, right? If anything worth having doesn't come easy, all right? Like that's facts. If it is worth having, it's probably not going to be easy to get. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Just keeping it a buck. Like, if it's worth having, man, that junk is probably hard to get. Right? So, if it's hard, then what? If it's hard, then and you have to put in the work to do it, then you have to be persistent. Right? You have to. I heard my bishop say something real cool the other day. I mean, it wasn't like James Bond cool, but it was a good lesson for sure. He said, rejection isn't a representation of your value, but it's someone's limited view of you. And when you get a limited, or when you get to a point where it's almost difficult, or you don't feel like you can handle it anymore, or you have to quit, or you want to go, don't do it, because you can't let someone's rejection, or you can't let someone's view or perception of you limit you and all of your capabilities. You got to continue to keep going, and that's that's not an easy thing, and I know it's not an easy thing. Trust me, I know. If you've been listening over the last few weeks, and that I quit my job, I started to be a career coach. I started to do things that was all signs were pointing to a difficult path to take that many people wouldn't take, almost discouraging me to pursue that thing, almost discouraging me to make that extra push. I'm so happy that I took this path, because if it doesn't work out, then I know, okay, then it didn't work out, right? But if I'm not giving it 100, right, if I'm like, halfway doing it, then I never would feel confident in myself or my ability to even pursue such a thing, right? So persistency. And I was talking to a young friend named Daniel, and he was just talking to me a little bit more about this exact same concept too. And it's something that you have to work at, right? It's not something that is just going to be handed to you. It's not something that you're just going to wake up, you get knocked down one day, you get knocked down the next day, and then you just wake up, and then boom, you got it. You figured it out. That's not the case. I'll get personal with y'all. I'll tell y'all a story. When I was in middle school, it was a very, very difficult time in my life. I was, if you're from Atlanta, then you know College Park. I was born Philly, raised in College Park, Georgia, but my school was in Roswell, Georgia. Roswell, Georgia is about, realistically, in Atlanta traffic, probably like an hour. But if you're going to school from College Park to Roswell, then it's about 2 hours. And I would go on a school bus 2 hours there and 2 hours back. 2 hours because you got to drop off kids and pick up kids, and then you're not just getting dropped off at one school. It's like multiple schools for this particular program. So that was middle school was difficult for me because I'm trying to figure myself out. I was getting bullied a lot. I was also becoming part of the problem. That anger made me start to bully other kids, which is not cool, right? But I felt like that's what I had to do, because it was harder for me to believe that if I just be a good person, then it'll work out. Because it was easier to just be like everyone else. Easier to just be mean. Easier to just be a jerk. Easier to just be a bully. Right? Horrible mentality to have, because when you're going for the easier route, what are you doing? You're letting go of pieces of yourself. I don't know if you guys seen the episode where I said you have a purpose episode. The video where I said you have purpose. Now imagine if you have purpose and then you just like letting go of who I am because it's easier to just be like everyone else and stay persistent. Then imagine the damage that you're doing to yourself over time. Right? So for me to start to try to bully just to get over the bullying, it wasn't until high school I started to mature a little bit more and I go, you know what? I am okay with, not trying to fit in. Right? But at the same, I didn't come to the realization that, I had to continue to try to be me. I just said, I'm not going to try to fit in, meaning I'm just going to be laid back. I'm not going to talk to anybody, whatever. That's not always a great resolution, but sometimes you need isolation. Obviously, you need time to yourself. I did it. Yeah, I've seen the thing called Zero Dark 30. The gyms and gaming called Zero Dark 30, where I was just explaining how isolation is important, where you need that time to yourself. I hope, I don't have the audio on, so I can't hear, and I know they're talking. So I hope, my words isn't conflicting with their words. I'm just going to skip it. I've seen this before. If you want to check out this actual game, I'm sure somebody's streaming it. But, let's see here. Oh, I can't go down. In the original, you could. It's all good. But yeah, what was I saying? Isolation is good and everything, but at a certain point, you're gonna have to step outside again, right? But during the isolation, you got to figure out who you are. But during that time, you got to start asking yourself, am I going to quit? Am I going to give up? If I wanted to quit, or if I wanted to just make things easy today, not quit my job, not pursue my dreams, not go to career coaching, I should have quit when I was in middle school. Right? Why would I, why would I not quit back then? Why quit today? For what? Same for you. Don't quit today doing something. You should have quit 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. However, when the first time you faced trials and tribulations and you thought you couldn't get past it and you did, now keep going. Why on earth would you quit now? That doesn't even make sense. I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. As y'all can obviously tell, I've been walking around the same spot for a minute. What is going on? But yeah, like don't quit now. If you wanted to quit, you should have quit back then. Long time ago. Look how far you made it. And honestly, I don't care how old you are. Look how far you made it. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you feel like you didn't accomplish. I don't care what else what else is left that you have to do. Look how far you made it. Really ask yourself that. Do you think that was you just laying around and letting the days just blow by you? No, you persevered. Like you went through whatever you went through, and you survived it, and you'll continue to survive it. That's just the facts. I mean, that's just the facts. I wonder if this is one of those examples of when you skip the cutscene and you shouldn't have, because it probably would have told you what to do. Probably, but it's all good. Oh, they want me to play darts? Wow. Do y'all see what I mean? Like, why? I don't even understand this. Excellent dart player, though, in real life. But yeah, man, like, look how far you made it. You think I'm joking, but I'm so serious. And you might not realize it today or tomorrow or whenever, but you've come so far. Seriously. You've come so far. Like, just surviving. Every single day is a gift. You ain't think about that, did you? Every single day is a gift. Like, seriously. Every single one. Oh, but Kingcayne, how can it be a gift? Look at this. Look at that. Because you're here. Because you're breathing. Because you can make the most out of it. Because this is the day that the Lord has made. Come on, y'all know y'all heard that. And I don't care what your belief system is. I don't care what you claim. It's facts. It's facts. You know, this is the day, and you can make the most out of it. Like, seriously, you can make the most out of it. I mean, come on now. Like, I screwed up. I just want you to strongly consider that. You know, strongly consider how far you've come. And how much more you have left in you. I heard this quote. It said, plan or live, plan like you can live forever, but be prepared to die today. Plan like you can live forever, but be prepared that you can die today. What does that mean? Why would I plan like I can live forever if I'm gonna die tonight? Why on earth would I do that? One, because we don't know. All right, we have no idea when the end is coming. And two, because you don't prepare. I mean, you don't live your life as though you will die today. If so, what's the point? You live your life as though you live forever, but you live your life as though you live. And you can't live not being persistent. You can't live just expecting everything is gonna, be all happy and joyful. Nah, it's gonna be hard, man. Life is hard. That's the point. That's the point. Life is hard. You can't expect everything to just be, what is it, sunshine and rainbows. You can't expect that. One time I was on this cruise ship. This was a few weeks after I got engaged to my fiance. My now wife, but my fiance at the time. And I was with my grandmother, my fiance, and my aunt. And there was another family in the same area as us. During this time, we had just finished what is it? It was like a trivia game, right? So it was another family across from us, and they were talking to the hostess, and me and my family were just relaxing and talking. So we just hanging out, and the next thing I know, I hear a loud bang right outside the area that we were at. We were inside on this cruise ship. This cruise ship has, I don't know, it was like 15, 20 floors. It was a lot of floors, and for whatever reason, in this particular area, it was just 9 of us or 10 of us, I can't remember. And then a loud bang. We turn around to see what the loud bang was, and all I hear is, "Oh my God, it's a person!" And it was a little kid who said that, and my aunt screams, "Oh my God, don't say that, don't say that," and they all run outside. This man fell from the 9th floor to the 5th floor, right in front of us, and it was pretty traumatic. I walk outside too, and my fiance stays with my grandma, and everyone else in this area is outside. This cruise ship has 1,500 people. It was only 9 of us at this point. Somebody some other people heard the bang, so a crowd started to kind of gather, but it wasn't that many people, honestly. It was probably like I don't know, 15 most, maybe. I can't really remember, but it wasn't a lot of people. Think about that, for it to be 1,500 people and 15 people only in this area. It was like this was meant for us to see this. It was crazy. So this woman is trying to help the guy out, right? We didn't know he fell from where he fell from at the time. We just, human nature, we just go out and try to help the person, right? No questions asked. Or the best of human nature. No questions asked. So, we hear this woman screaming at the top while I'm just trying to watch and assess the situation. And she goes, "What happened? What happened?" And the woman who was helping her, she says, "Oh, do you know this person? Do you know him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm coming down. I'm coming down." So, we're watching, and she's trying to help everybody, and or the woman's trying to help this man still, and the woman's running. She's out of breath. She's real tired. And she's like, "Oh my God." And she's like, "Hey, do you know this person?" Or someone asks her, "Do you know this person?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's my husband." And she couldn't even finish the sentence. She just broke down immediately. My heart sank. Remember, I'm just now engaged at this point, right? I'm just about to experience life where I can say someone is my wife. This woman on a cruise ship where you're paying money to enjoy yourself and have a family vacation, have a getaway. She had to, on this cruise ship, experience the death of her husband. And she was fairly young. She was about 33 years old, and I think he was as well. The man did pass away, unfortunately. And I mean, I don't know how tough it was for her, but it was difficult for me, so I can only imagine. I couldn't sleep for several days, for several months. It haunted me. It was extremely traumatizing, right? But here's the thing. What right do we have to complain about anything that we think is difficult when we know there's someone like that who went through something traumatizing, has to live the rest of her life with that, with that experience of losing her husband, and we can sit here and complain about something hard? Like, how? How? We can't, right? Like we absolutely can't. So staying persistent is key. Life is going to get hard. Life's a dogfight, but with that, your level of persistency and your level of dedication, you can continue to rise and be better than you ever thought you could. So today's, I don't know how long it is, only 23 minutes, so that's pretty good. I know this part. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this game. Come on, we're doing the motorcycle, then I gotta keep playing. You're right, guys. All right, I'll keep playing. But yeah, I mean, I want you to take that story, and the woman who tried to save that man, because she there was someone who tried their best to help that man during that time. Her name was Shannon. And Shannon, whether she knows this or not, but she became my hero, man. She became my hero, man, because I was just, I just couldn't believe the irony of her also screaming my hero. I was just in disbelief of what was happening, and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm just got engaged, life is great, that nothing bad can happen. And sure enough, immediately I witnessed that. And then that's how that was one of my real introductions that hey man, life can happen and end like that. You could be enjoying yourself, having your greatest I don't know, what's it called, like not moment but milestone. You're enjoying taking some time off, getting away for work, and then life gets hard, man. Life is tough. So what right do we have to give up? I don't get that. I speak to people sometimes and they just sound so weak to me. And not to belittle what they go through, because like I said, I know life is hard, but it's like, what dude? We all go through something. How can you just complain so publicly? I don't understand that. I don't understand. And then have no remorse about it. Just like, well, life sucks. This person said that one thing to me that one time. They don't deserve I don't know, cancel culture. They'll say you don't deserve anything, or you don't deserve to work again, or anything like that. Like, come on, man. Like, that's so weak to me. Like, life is tough. Everyone's going through it, so that's why you stay persistent. Also, stay true to yourself. Like, I'm complaining about these people, but don't worry about those people. Right? I'm aware of them, but I don't live my life based off what other people are saying or thinking or doing or anything like that. It is what it is. I realize people are going to play victim and stuff like that. It is what it is, but just make sure you don't. There's enough people out here trying to play victim and not enough people out here trying to be a victor. And the only way to be a victor is to, what? Can you guys guess? Leave a guess in the comments. Is to be persistent. That's the truth. Life gets hard, man, and truth be told, like, none of us are, none of us are, what am I trying to say? I want to use the right word, but none of us are exempt from going through pain and suffering and all of that stuff. So try to make the most out of it. Get a reward for your pain. Let's say it like that. Get a reward for your pain. Get a reward for your efforts. You deserve it, don't you? You deserve it, don't you? Like, do you not realize that? Do you not realize that life is for a reason, and everything you're going through is you deserve a reward for it? But you're never going to get the reward for it crying about it or playing victim or giving up. You're not. You're not. Trust me. I wanted to quit many, many times. I wanted to give up many, many times. This isn't a me scolding you thing. This is a me keeping it a whole buck with you about. Okay, that's cool. Me keeping it a whole buck with you about, about life, just in general. This junk ain't easy, man. This junk ain't easy, and I know it. Shoot, don't let Kingcayne on the internet make it sound like whatever you going through, you can just overcome easily. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're gonna have to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, then don't complain about it. Hey, and if you want to, you need to look that woman in her eyes and tell her what you going through is so hard to overcome. Because guess what? They had 2 young boys, twins, ages 3 when he passed away, when their father passed away. 3 years old. They'll never get to see their father again. Never get to have daddy joke with them again. Even if their relationship was bad, it don't even matter. They'll never get to have a chance to repair it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what relationship people have or what people go through, anything like that. To never get a chance to reconcile something. Like, come on now. Like, you don't think that's wow. You don't think that's, you know, difficult to withstand? Those kids gotta live the rest of their life. Those kids gotta live the rest. That woman has to live the rest of her life without her husband. Something that I couldn't wait to experience when I got engaged with my current wife Kelly. With my wife Kelly. I'm saying current because she was my fiance at the time, but I couldn't wait for that. And now I got to experience that, and trust me, I couldn't imagine life without her. So I have no right to complain about anything because I'm currently blessed enough to have Kelly in my life. Right? So what are you really complaining about? What has you so defeated? Seriously. What? I'm curious. And you can leave a like and comment. You know, say whatever. Like, oh, my pain is so hard. And trust me, someone else is gonna be like, yo, I feel you. I'm also going through something. And you'll realize we are not alone. You are not alone. And I know you know that, but it's it's good to understand that you're in a community of hurt people. Of people who also just want to overcome. And they, you know what I mean? Like, they want to be just like you. They want to overcome. and they know, and it's difficult to do. And it's difficult to do. And you know, it's always great to hear other people like just tell you like, yo, you can do it, you can overcome, you can do this and that, because and at least for me it was like that, because sometimes you feel alone in this world. You don't feel like, you know, okay, I got a break for that. That's bad. You know, sometimes you can feel like you're alone in this world, and you know, you feel like no one else experiences or understands what you go through. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying people will always understand or anything like that, but if you tell me life is hard, I'd be like, yo, bet, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. You are spitting facts. You are spitting mad facts. Life is difficult, boy. But you can do it. Trust me. You can do it. And trust me, man. I've been through some stuff too, y'all. Like, and I ain't saying I thought in that moment I could overcome it. And you know, guess what? As breath is in my lungs, the more I continue on, the more I live life, the more I know that I'm going to experience something else in the future. And I want to come back to this and just remember, persistency is key. Just remember that being true to yourself is hard, putting in work is hard, chasing your dreams is hard, but just remember that I am going to do what it takes to keep moving forward. I'm not saying I'm going to make it. I'm not saying I'm always going to win. But I'm going to put in the fight. I'm going to put in the effort. And if you're going through something and you also want somebody to know, like, or someone to just, you know, just let you know, like, that they with you, man, you can leave, you know, you can contact me on any of these platforms that I got. IG, Twitter, even though my Twitter is super low. YouTube, you know, whatever. I don't really care. Just be like, yo, Kingcayne, bro. I'm going through it too. I'm like, yo, I feel you, bro. Or gal, sis, whatever. I don't care. You know, in this world now, people care about genders. I don't care about none of that. I just care that you're a human being going through life, and I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. Like I said, I can't. Y'all see, I ain't played this game in like 5 months, but this was good for me. I didn't expect it to be that long, but hopefully y'all got something out of here. My bishop would be like, "Oh, hopefully you got something out of the word today." But nah, for real, I hope this was helpful, man. Y'all have a good one, and then just know, stay persistent.